So this is what they call a quatrefoil style ichthyoplankton net. Let me get this trap off the bottom here. And there's lots of different kinds of lights you can get to put inside of these things. There's some that have batteries. The ones we typically use are disposable. The ones that you break a glass vial inside a plastic vial and shake them up and oh, you get the idea. That goes back on there. I don't want to have to get a screwdriver out and loosen this thing. But they have one of these on there, so I guess I could get a screwdriver out and loosen it.
So is soak time pretty important coming back to that?
Well, yeah, of course, it's got to be at night. And we typically, most times you're not going to set this for more than a couple hours. I mean, really? You don't set them overnight.
Okay.
Otherwise,
that's a mistake. They all get out.
Well, that they will get out some because you're, for one thing, this is going to stop producing light.
Right.
Long before morning, and or at least it's not going to be very bright. Mm-hmm. This thing is kind of froze up, so I'm not going to be able to.
Can't help you.
Yeah. So anyway, this goes on the bottom here. And you set this up, and the fish can enter through these cracks, and they get stuck inside of these 4 tubes, right? And you've got, you take one of these lights, and you drop down in here, and flip it up, and you'll see this thing, you can see it a long ways away. It'll light up all around there, and it'll, depending on the turbidity of the water, a lot of different things. Some kinds of light penetrate phytoplankton better. So, if you put green light in there, though, it's going to be, a lot of it's going to be absorbed by the phytoplankton before it gets very far out, and so you're not going to reach out as far, Red light. So we did better with the yellow lights. That was got the most penetration and had the highest for silver carp. No, excuse me, for grass carp where we did the test, right? But I suspect that silver carp and grass carp would be the same. But and part of that was just the distance.
You ever done common carp?
No, never have worked with common carp.
Just no luck at all.
They may not be attracted. Not all species of fish. So you are selective by species and also by life stage. For example, the big-headed carps won't be attracted to this until approximately 2 days after they hatch. So or 3 days after they spawn, more or less, depending on temperature, right? So, the first 3 days after they spawn, this is useless because they don't really even have eyes, and they're not attracted to light, and they can't swim in a directed way. They just kind of have this random up and down swimming thing. But when they start to swim horizontally, that's about the same time as they get eyes that can at least see light. And so at that point, they become very phototactic. And so you can start bringing them into the traps.
You think they're actually attracted, not going for like plankton or food?
No, I think they're actually attracted to the light. In fact, we could show that in the laboratory. We accidentally sort of proved that in the laboratory because we just had a shade across that was only really covering half the tank. And all the fish were in the lit up part. And so it was amazing. I mean, it's like a wall of fish in the lit up side and nothing in the shady side. So okay, well, we know that he can see light at this point. So, and that just happened like turning the light switch, and one day, and within a space of about an hour, they all moved in front of that light because they hit that point in their life stage when they all could see their eyes were kicking in. So when you pick this thing up, all the fish in it drain down into a cup here, and into this little cup at the bottom. And so you have this that volume of water is all you've got. And you take that, and once you put this over your collection cup, usually you're going to have formalin or alcohol in that collection cup. You take this cap off, and it just basically drains everything into it. Now, there's a tremendous number of insects, aquatic insects, that are drawn to light. So one of the reasons you don't want to leave it too long is because you're going to get back swimmers and all kinds of other piscivorous insects in there that are going to start devouring your fish, and just having them in there is going to make picking the sample really hard, or damage your larvae. Because one of the coolest things about light,
silver carp larvae?
Yes, they will, and they'll destroy them. So you can't even tell what species they are because they're chewed up or they're totally consumed.
The insect side.
Right, and so it's important not to leave them too long for that reason, or you're going to end up with having to pick all those insects out is a big problem
Yeah.
too. And you know, you just don't want to have a big sample of stuff that you don't want to pick through.